Good morning. Good morning. Welcome to the channel. All peace, blessings, and protection, love, light, joy, and strength. Um, Yesterday was the solar eclipse. I did a video talking about what was going on, about per se the things that happened leading up to the solar eclipse and the things that happened after the solar eclipse. So basically, what I want to say is this: that frequency energy was, I want to say, right on point. After I did the video, spirit told me to delete it, but I hid it, okay, because I had to go back through it or whatnot. And as soon as I got the video, I realized what was going on, and my brother and cousin came over, and everything that I was saying, they were saying. They were talking about the second coming of Christ. Well, that's what I said. I call it the second coming of Christ. Um, the light workers versus the dark workers. Um, the good versus the evil. What you've done in the past. The cycles being completed. Phases. Justice. In other words, people reaping what they sow. The highs and lows. A lot of people that I know of, and such as myself, was on this mission doing shadow work, um, star seeds, indigo children. A lot of people, and I'm gonna tell you also this, uh, as I was, well, lately, the last 2 or 3 days, I've been having premonitions. I've been having visions in the dream. So the accuracy of the alignment. So I just want to say this: if you were feeling as though that some things, once again, that you might have felt like you lost, I feel like it was for the betterment, for the good. Uh, and if you as well feel as though that you lost something and you want it back, I'm pretty sure it might come back in a different element, or like I don't know, someone could be hanging light fixtures. So somebody could be just getting ready to move into their new home. Congratulations. Um, I also want to say this from a practical standpoint, because I was picking up so much energy, Venus, Mercury. Um, oh, it was just stuff. It was so much energy, so much. Because I tell people I go on these missions, and sometimes like I have to like back out of them because I be so deep into doing things for people and stuff, to the point where I have to kind of separate myself, or force to separate myself from a situation. I'm also hearing devotion. Uh, if you were in a situation, or before and after this eclipse, which I'm hearing the lunar moon, which is a phase, something was hidden, is being revealed. Now, I also want to say this as well. Things should be up and up. Most likely, you have turned into your original self, or if you haven't returned into your original self, it's getting up to that point where, in a sense of something is going to make you feel more, devotion. You're going to see where your devotion was at. Um, if you have been ridiculed or anything of that nature, it came back, and I'm hearing full alignment at its best. Okay. Um, I also want to say this. I spoke about the 33rd Mason, Masonry, the powers that be. If you notice, when it comes to the judicial system, everything is being turned upside down. Uh, I also want to say this: if you found yourself, in a judicial system, uh, and we know it don't have to be a judicial system. It could be judicial system. That's what I'm hearing. If you found yourself in a judicial system, the wrong will be made right, and the right will be worth it in the end. Um, Now, the energy, uh, and when I say the forces that be, a lot of people, rebirths, a lot of people kind of get it twisted. The forces that be, my bird's acting up. The forces that be um, are basically religion, different oaths, um, different beliefs, um, different thought concepts, etc., etc., etc. If you find yourself, or you have put yourself, or you have wasn't aware of your placement, I feel like, and knowing this to be true, that whatever happened during, I want to say it was during, leading up to the solar eclipse, everything should be in full alignment. Now, a lot of people paid attention to this, and a lot of people didn't pay attention to it. Financially, uh, I'm saying financially, it could be relationship, career, etc., 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 right? It's financial gain right now, depending on the masses, meaning a lot of people that did illegal activity. Because I have to point this out because this is important. Um, the judicial system, the spiritual system that's governed over the judicial system that's governed over the people, the masses, is being actually flipped upside down. Okay, so if you have a loved one, or you know someone that was, I'm hearing scorned or ridiculed, is working out in your favor. When I say the good versus the bad, it literally means people who have been doing corruption, people have been lying, people have been manipulating, people have been doing trickery work. All these birds they flying around. I promise you, they just get to flying. Anything if you invested, um, and I told people this, I want to say 2 months ago, when it was time to invest and when it was time not to invest. Okay. Now, if you invested in something, it doesn't matter what it was. If it didn't pan out for you, it's because it's not because it was you. Because, like I said, I'm going to respect the solar eclipse that happened, et cetera, which it was just a change. It's a change of thought concept. Um, if you invested, if you, let me say it like this, because it's always a third party. Okay. So if you took a moment to invest in something and it didn't turn out, it's basically based off the third party. Okay. Meaning you might have went to someone with a business idea or started a business idea, and they had a third party that filed a PPP loan. They got busted. Anybody that did the SBA loan, and it really comes from the COVID. And that's why I be telling people it's a force. It was magnetic. Anybody that per se was in bad relationships, it was a third party involved. Uh, it's always a third party involved. Either they can boost the investment in relationships, et cetera, or they can decrease the value in a relationship. I also want to say this. Now is the time to invest. Okay, if you're thinking about investing in anything, because I just want to say this: um, the feds, the state have literally cleaned the system, literally cleaned out the system. If you find yourself where you did receive PPP loan and et cetera, and you did the things the most properest way and told the truth, everything worked out good for you. You received your IRS, your check, your refund from IRS. You got endorsements, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Okay. The sticky part about it is the ones who that you went to that didn't do the right thing, most likely probably had caused some people a minor setback. I want to say it like that, minor setback, which I feel like is lessons to be learned, who to deal with, who not to deal with. Um, I'm also hearing a lot of people uh, did a lot of stuff on their phone as far as business. I just also want to let you know this, that all that stuff works together. It's the stored memory that's in the chip, okay, in your phone. So a lot of people have been tracked. Um, Cash App, if you notice, people who've been scammed, it's just really the scammers of the earth are really getting caught up. If you and it keeps bringing me back because I know it to be true with the solar eclipse, whether they covered the sun, um, the way they do it electronically with the solar panel. It's really the solar panels that reflect it. That's why they move the solar panels with the energy and stuff like that. Because per se they're trying to block out the sun. And I mean, honestly, I'm gonna say this. You can take it religion, you can take it as far as business, you can take it as far as emotional, you can take it from any standpoint. I just want to let y'all know that what's done in the dark did come to the light. So a lot of us are getting our justice based off I do service, do deed, doing it diligent, these words, diligently. Excuse me, y'all. You know these words. Uh, if you did things the right way, you don't have no worry. Now, I also want to say this: when the sun and moon eclipse, and it came in, I'm hearing fruition. It came into fruition. A lot of us saw some things. A lot of us encountered some things. It's like this. If you were busy doing this, here go this coin. Oh my Jesus, here go this coin. If you were doing things, doing your spiritual work. Hey, sun goddess. Good morning. If you were doing your spiritual work, your spiritual journey, people that was doing the practicality of things, they lost. Okay, because it's what you put in. So now people are going to be looking toward the ones, chosen ones, spiritual ones, to get more enlightenment, to get more knowledge and awareness of what was going on and what was happening. I also want to say this: last night, I've been going to sleep earlier, and I haven't been eating meat because I'm always on a fast. Okay, I fast a lot, um, and meat was the main thing. I want to say this: we really need to back off meat. Salmon is good, stuff like that, but meat, eating all that meat in your system, it kind of shuts down the chemicals in your body to preserve you, if that makes sense. The toxins, okay, because meat have toxins regardless, okay. Whether farming, they if you, I'm gonna tell you this: if you go to any feed store and you're getting feed that to feed the animals, they have chemicals in it, okay. I went to a restaurant. Someone took me out to a restaurant, and I was, I'm always the type of person. I'm a solutionist, so I'm always like, uh, I go into something, I experience it, and then after the experience, I stand back and I observe it. If that makes sense. So a lot of things that I experienced, I had to actually go back and look over it. The spiritual eye is really on point. Okay, and maybe 2 days later, I went to CC's Pizza to get something for uh, this lady, to get her a pizza, and the restaurant was next door, and the spirit said, "Look." So I was like replaying it in my mind, looking at things in a different perspective, a different light. And the spirit was saying that something was in the meat. Now I don't eat Korean food like that, Chinese food, etc., etc. But I'm inclined to believe that there was something in the food, in the meat that they put in there. And I didn't eat. I ate mostly vegetables, but I taste a little of their meat. Okay. I also want to say this: the spirit also told me about the chemical plant. Okay, they're spraying over. Yes, I am a conspiracy theorist as well. Okay, which is just the truth, knowing the truth. They've been spraying over people, and they sprayed over me the other day. But I heal myself or whatnot. But it's these chemicals. Our body automatically have chemicals that heal itself, restore itself, which is a state of mind of renewing. Okay, that's another thing. A lot of people went through a renewing stage. Okay, I'm here out with the old, in with the new per se. That's what is considered. Now, yesterday evening, I was dropping off my client, and I was just sitting in this parking lot, and things start coming to me, and it's called refurbished ideas. And I was just sitting there, and I was just thinking about one thing, and then examining things. A solution is examine things. Okay, examining one thing, then I'm examining another thing, and then all of a sudden, as I'm sitting there, my ideas. Okay, my personal own ideas that I probably had maybe 7, 8 years ago, they popped up, and I just started writing things down. So right now, if you are doing, if you have any kind of invention, or listen to me now, it has to be an invention that no one has created. So, for the ones who did their spiritual work, did their spiritual mission, their spiritual journey, you already know the enlightenment of it. You get those ideas back again. The creativeness pops back up. Okay. Um, I also want to say this. I'm gonna say it again. I'm not. I vote for myself. I don't really Republican, Democrats, etc., etc. I also want to say this. If you find yourself in a conversation, because this is the truth, if you find yourself in a conversation where it's political about Donald Trump, and I guess his name is Biden or whatever, for safety purposes, don't get involved in it. Just telling you because we all know that they vote for themselves. But I was telling a person that I'm just being real. I was telling a person per se that Donald Trump is doing the same thing that everyone else is doing. They are just putting the attention on Donald Trump, but Donald Trump is, telling the truth. People don't like people who tell the truth. That's why I like Donald Trump. I ain't mean I won't vote for him, but I like Donald Trump because Donald Trump actually is telling the truth on people. So if you find yourself in the situations of telling the truth on people, people are gonna hate you. Okay, we all know that people are gonna hate you, but it came right back into that the scammers. Okay, all that is like a domino effect. So I'm also hearing which is a transformation. A lot of people did go through a transformation. I'm also hearing, I don't want to say the dark side of things, uh, but it's more of allowing the past to be the past. But we all know in order to get to the past, the prophecy must be fulfilled. I'm just saying, I like, it's so many, it's so much. Uh, if you spoke anything in advancement, if you prayed for anything in advancement, if you did anything in advancement, I'm just prior to the solar eclipse, prior, it's been in fulfillment. So you might see a lot of people who suffering, a lot of people that's that literally thought they won but did not win. I'm gonna also say this. I was in a situation and my cousin called me and she was like, get out of there, blah, 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 blah. I keep making I was like, I'm in too deep. I'm sorry. I'm like, I'm in too deep. And I kept saying, have you ever been, I told this lady, I was like, have you ever felt like you were in too deep in something that you feel like you weren't supposed to be in too deep in it, but you in it? And she was just looked at me, the lady I was helping, she just looked at me. She was like, yeah. And when you get that call, you have to pull out, And in a sense, I'm grateful because certain things were like going on that I don't want to kind of discuss too much, but it was a lot. So if people have been lying to you, the truth have been revealed. Okay. As far as it goes with the love, any love offerings, you probably seen your lower self, the lower version of you, make the lower version of yourself, or your twin flame, or your high standard soulmate. Depends on who's the high standard soulmate, etc., etc. I just, it's been so much till I woke up this morning as if things have like it was just energy. Okay, it was just the energy. I cannot make it up. I've been also picking up on people's energy and just I don't want to say weighing it out, but balancing it. Mm. I just keep seeing the judicial system that that lady, that statue means not, I don't want to say blind to the truth, but empathy, see emotions, heart light as a feather. It's like judging the world in a sense. Either it's gonna be a friend or it's going to be a foe. That's why certain things we have to experience to know what's really going on. Listen to me good. This really is a time to invest. It's April. Okay. If you didn't get any of that illegalness, if you didn't do anything unrighteous, if you didn't abuse people, because it matters. If you didn't attack people, your household was saved. I'm telling you that's what it's coming down to. Biblically as well, etc., etc. Your household was saved. Your loved ones were saved. The sun coming up. It just yesterday I was doing a video. I have to honestly admit this. It didn't freak me out, but it kind of did. But I was paying attention to it, and I showed on the video. Anybody was live with me. I was talking about the sun, and it was like, and I came out the sun. And I said, I'm stepping outside. And the Spirit told me when I went to go do the video, the Spirit said, "Oh, you got to go redo the video because now it's the truth." Excuse me. Wait a minute. I had to let the sun in. That's right. The sun. They keep going to the Bible. I'm just being real. It keeps going to the Bible. Well, every religion, everything, people don't believe this. They're all saying the same thing, just in a different terminology. But it all means the same thing. Your household was saved. Out of darkness into the light. I'm about to cry. I'm really about to cry. A lot of people got caught up. I'm just telling you. A lot of people got really caught up. Now we know that people say this, the Bible is not real, etc., etc. But a lot of things was prophesied. And I'm gonna tell you this: people be like, "Well, what's your belief system?" Da, 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 da. I believe and respect all of them, and I know for the truth, it all comes back to righteousness and unrighteousness. Last night I came home. I can't make up your notification. Last night I came home, and I cut the TV on YouTube because I ain't been into television and all that. And this guy, YouTube, he was talking about the Bible. And I was listening to him, and everything that I was saying on the previous video early yesterday, he was saying the same thing. I said, but I know I'm not crazy. I know what I'm talking about. I'm gonna say this and I'm gonna get off of here. This is the truth. People didn't even I don't think they were aware of it, of the second coming of Christ. Now, it's the truth. People were asleep. Some people were woke. Now, I'm going to say this when we say woke. Some people look at it in a terminology of business. With that also being said, a lot of people who really, I just, the more I think about it, it kind of like, in a sense, I feel sorry for them. Yeah, he is coming back. I mean, came, cleaned up. Jesus, the Messiah. Some people want to say he was a prophet, etc., etc. But we're all prophets, right? When you're coming with the truth, the accurate knowledge, came as loving, kind, empathetic, etc., etc. Then, when he wasn't accepted and ridiculed, etc., etc., came back for war. That's why I'm able to say that while people were playing, we were warring. And I'm going to tell you this. It was a battle. It was really a battle. You can look at it from a spiritual standpoint, physical standpoint. You can look at it that's why we said justice, the truth. All that has to do with illegal documentation. If you don't think we're going to war physically, look at the TV, I guess, or whatever's going on out there. People are being exposed. Even when they were hiding in the dark, they were being exposed. I'm going to tell you something. I spoke this maybe about 5 years ago. That's what you call caught up in the snare. Greed, envious, jealousy, hatred, bitterness, biting the hand that feeds you. I cannot make this up. Those people got caught up. I keep hearing, because I always told people this: pick a side, pick a side, pick a side, pick a side. You gotta pick a side, and everybody that didn't pick the right side, ass is in trouble. Like I said, I've been inside, and I've been at my ancestors' pond where, they had before I even came to Earth per se. And I was sitting out there, and it's right there outside my door. And I was just sitting there, and I was that's what I've been doing, y'all. Just been sitting there, finding out certain things about myself, picking up people frequency, people energies. So I was just sitting out there. I was just sitting out there, and I was picking it up, picking it up, picking it up, picking it up. I said to myself, geez. When I finally did cut on my TV, I finally did cut it on. I seen about how P. Diddy them getting took down, Jay-Z them getting, and it's more of, and I want to say it could be more of an illusion, but the truth has presented itself. A lot of people not have perished for lack of knowledge. A lot of people really wanted to, let me see, how can I say this? I don't want to be respectful. I'm going to tell the truth. A lot of people really wanted to manipulate a system, the system. I'm going to show y'all these too. And I cannot make it up. Because I tell the truth. I have been attacked. I'm talking about, I've been literally attacked physically. I've been disrespected. No, I cannot make it up. I've been a lot of stuff, okay? Yet, it came back to me and say, but you didn't put your hand on no one. You didn't attack no one. You didn't lie on no one. You didn't drag nobody through the mud. I'm a firm believer, do no harm, but we ain't got to take nobody's shit. But we don't put our hands on people. But I just want to say this. I want to show you something. I don't know if you guys can see it. Okay. Those three vehicles, okay? The two in the bottom house and the one next to me. And I tell you, I'm like, well, why are these cars? I can't make it up. I pulled up. These are neighbors. All three of those people have done me wrong. And I pulled up back in my yard today after I went to go get my cup of joe. I looked at it. Say, now, why are these three cars facing my way? I cannot make it up. I said, something ain't right. Why are these three cars facing my way? They all done had car problems. They stole my money. I keep it real. They lied, attacked me. These ain't the only ones, the other ones too. They did all that. said, well, why? And I'm gonna tell you what's coming to me, what I'm hearing. Touch not my anointed one and do my prophet no harm. And that's why I'm telling y'all, if you said anything or took advantage or hurt someone that works for the Most High, the Most Holy, uh, I like to say the Most High, because I want to say, and I don't want to, I'll, I'll just, listen, God's watching it all. Don't worry. Listen, I'm going to tell you, since you wrote that, I'm going to tell you what I was going to say. We're over it all. We're over it all. I, I know how to go to heaven. I know how to I know how to do a lot of things, y'all. A lot of things. Things that most humans per se probably couldn't even comprehend. This is the truth. Probably couldn't comprehend. And because this is a documentary, whether, you know, I found out certain things about me, past lives, and all this stuff. I cannot make it up. And I had a choice. And I looked at it. Yeah, yeah, that part. Yeah, that part. I I'm gonna tell you something. This you hear these notifications. Listen, I didn't want to destroy the world. All that lying. That's why I say some people don't even know Christ did his return. I like to say Christ, the Messiah, the prophet. Like we're here for a reason. We're telling the truth. We're exposing things. That's that's what it's all about. And I was sitting out there and I started crying. It's the truth. I started crying. Like, I've been crying, but like really getting over certain things, but just really like at that point, like really, 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 really like really crying. And I got thinking about, and y'all just really don't know. And I was afraid because when I did the video yesterday, I revealed some things in the video. I don't know if you were live with it or not. I was revealing things, and I was like, and when I got a spirit told me that's why, you know, God, the angels, the ancestors, like even I'm just telling you, like the demons, I gotta keep it real. They were warring. And the spirit told me, stay inside. Told me, stay inside. I'm not gonna say I was forced to stay inside because I'm a socialite, and et cetera, et cetera. But the spirit told me, you stay inside, we're gonna handle everything. And I was sitting at that pond, still going back and forth to work. I was crying. And all of a sudden, I cannot make it up. A light came on in the sky. I seen it. I seen it a couple of times. And they told me, we protecting you, we watching over you. Some people might call them Martians, extraterrestrials, et cetera, et cetera. And I was just sitting there and listen, the sun only shines on me. I can't make it up. And the stars only are around my house. Like, for real, for real. Listen, everybody that did me wrong, they cannot make no kind of money. Businesses who lied on me. I'm talking about going through all this, and I was just sitting there. And I was thinking. And I just started crying. I couldn't help it. I started crying. Crying, just thinking of stuff. And that light, I cannot make it up, y'all. They visit me all the time, which I ain't tripping. I love it. I'm hearing it's of the divine, it's godly. And I was looking at them stars and they said, look up. And that light looked like a star. I can't make it up. It looked like a star. I was looking. They say, look up. I looked up. That light started getting bigger. Can't make it up. Centennial beings. I was just crying. They started talking to me. They started telling me certain things, revealing certain things. We come back to earth whenever you cry. You figure it out who I am, y'all. Whatever you want to call me, excuse me, it is what it is. But I'm gonna tell you something. I was just they were talking to me. You know, they visit me. I used to see things, angel spirits when I was coming up as a little girl, whatever and stuff. And so it never scared me or anything. They always, growing up, and they told me, they say, we only come here when you're crying. And I got to thinking. I really got to thinking. It started bringing stuff to my memory. I mean, let me tell you something. When the higher power, the elected ones start bringing things to your memory, I'm talking about precise. I mean, precision. You remember this, you remember that, remember this, remember that, remember this, remember this. Say, we come because you cry. If you ain't happy, nobody happy. If you want us to destroy, y'all might think it is what it is. If you want us to destroy this planet, Earth, we'll destroy it. And I sat there. We say, remember this, remember this, remember this, remember this. And I mean, like, these birds flying too. Remember this, remember that, remember this, remember that. And I'm saying to myself, yeah, everybody can't remember certain things. I say, yeah, I remember that. And I had to make a conscious decision. Do I hate humans? Can I forgive them? All this for that solar eclipse. That's why I say, why people playing, they wasn't conscious of what was going on. I was just sitting there thinking, that light got bigger. I can't make it up. It got bigger. And it came. Because it come a little closer. Yeah, they came a little closer. And it must have had about 3 to 4. I've seen them moving on it. Starship, spaceships. What they call it, what the people what that man name is, who do the psychedelic, and they be talking about the mothership. The mothership. And that's what some call it, the mothership. See them moving on it. I cannot make it up. And spirit say, only you can see them. Everybody else can't. And I was hearing people in I cannot make it up. I heard just crying. Because I was crying for them. And it was so heavy. And I kept saying, I forgive them. And I tried to make amends with a cousin that really, really did me wrong. This is the truth. This is the truth. I said, come keep peace. Come talk to me. And they chose to go tell a lie. Well, I say, that lie won't work. And I thought about the Egyptians. I thought about Ra, Allah, Jah, Buddha. I thought, listen, I cannot make it up. And I was just sitting there. And I'm going to tell you, a lot of people's souls, they were coming to get souls. I already know. You know, a lot of people don't, they were coming to get souls. And I felt bad for the souls who are that did shit they ain't have to do. And I had to send them. I literally had to send them. Now something to where they belong. And I'm gonna tell you something I seen paradise, I seen heaven, I seen the spirituality. When I tell you, it's saying eyes eyes never seen, ears never heard of the power of God. And it was more of the sacrifice people had been doing as sacrificing good people to win. See, a lot of people ain't realized that hurting people, in other words, sacrificing a good person for a bad person. I had to make a real decision. Because it's one to every household, every family. And the ones who it's more than one, but it's always that certain one. And that's why we're scattered all over the earth. And I had to do my whole community, even Amy judging, even Amy, even Hammond, Kentwood, Franklin. I was right next to Bogalusa in Louisiana, New Orleans, Jefferson Parish. Like I'm telling you, everywhere I had to go to judge people. And I'm gonna say this, and I want to show you. Yeah, oh, she crazy. No. That sun ain't came out till I step out. I'm just letting you know, it's not gonna come out till I step out. If I say I'm gonna step out, the sun gonna come out. If I say I'm not gonna step out, it's gonna stay in. I cannot make it up. And I know y'all hearing knocking and bamming. Somebody's at my door. So I'm gonna get off here and go answer it. But I'm gonna say this before I get off here. Everybody did what they supposed to be doing, holding it down, judging righteously, telling the truth, looking at things for what it is, loving, from a righteous place. Congratulations, we win. Everybody who went against, because I'm telling you, the war was so, and to be honest with you, it's kind of still going on, because all that ties into spirituality, judicial system, etc., etc. Like, a lot of people are bowing their heads. I'm just telling you, I gotta get out there. I gotta go outside. Look, the sun coming out. So thanks for joining me. Like, share, comment, and subscribe. I still have my other video. I'm gonna kind of put it together. If you did get your spiritual downloads as far as refurbished ideas and et cetera, you can start creating in it, like inventing in it, coming up with the concept, et cetera, because I know a lot of people, if you've been awakened, awoke, whatever, you know what you know a lot of refurbished ideas did come back. And the crazy part about it is, it's like when I was getting out, I was looking, the spirit say they don't know nothing about that. They don't know nothing about all this stuff they came out with. They don't really know nothing about that, because it's okay. So it's the future. So you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah. So but I'm gonna invent it because it has to come to fruition, and a lot of ideas that ain't even been thought of. So thank y'all for joining me. You take care too, Sun Goddess. Okay, love y'all. Thanks for joining me till we meet again. We see each other again. I'll do more videos. Take care.